different ways. Consider that these 3 animals that you've written, each of them represents you in different ways. So remember, you're writing your 3 favorite animals, and after that, 3 qualities that those favorite animals have, and after, each of these animals represent you in different ways. How are we? Tumefanya hadi hapo. Tafadhali nini? Reply to my question so that we can be on the same page. Hello, everyone. I hope we've done that. Then now here comes the part where I don't want to give you the Kamwa Kenya, lakini there's a reason why we are doing this. So I hope we've done that. So the first step was write 3 favorite animals, your 3 favorite animals in order. For each animal, write down its name, 1, and 3 qualities you like about that animal. And number 3, consider that each of these animals represent you in different ways. I hope we've done that. So whom shall I engage first? Well, Maureen, would you like to go first? Margaret? Nyaga? Ben? Up to there, where we have reached. What have we written for our first animal? Hello?
Hello.
Yes. Yes, Margaret.
The first animal for me is a mother hen. I like it's caring and defensive about the young ones. My second one is the giraffe. I love their long necks and the fact that they can see far. They are beautiful. And the third one is a monkey.
Yes.
I like the fact that they can be on the ground and they can be on the trees. So they can achieve so much of what other animals may not be able to achieve. And then they behave so much like persons.
All right. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Margaret, for your contribution. That was very good. So I'll have anyone who just wants to also contribute and answer to that question. You can unmute your mic and respond.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Edwin, yes.
Hello.
Yes, Edwin.
Yeah, my first favorite animal I took to be a dog. Because most of my time I like being around dogs. They act as a source of some of companionship, companion, you can say. Also, they act as a source of protection. And I can say when I am around with the dogs, I feel somehow I'm comfortable. Their way of barking and other things.
All right. That's good. What's your second animal?
My second animal. Usually I took most of my animals, those who usually interact when I am at home. I took the second animal to be a cow.
All right.
I took it because of its skin. Because different animals, they have different skin. And when we probably tumetoa hiyo skin yake inaweza kuwa very instrumental. Inaweza kutumika kwa njia nyingi. na that kama hiyo skin yake ikitolewa, that ni inakuanga very soft na inakuanga mzuri sana. Also, I took said to be a cow also, it's the importance in providing us with the meat and the milk products to us as human beings.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's good. Thank you so much, Edwin. You have the last animal. The third animal now. Remember there were 3. Okay, as we wait for Edwin to respond, anyone else would like to go?
Hi.
Hi, Emma.
Yeah, so I took the eagle as my first animal.
Yes.
Because I love the eagle, because it's so small yet so powerful. It can even feed on snakes, and it's very unique in its own ways. And then I took a lioness as the second animal, because a lioness goes out of its way to hunt for the lion who is the king. So I love how authoritative that comes in and how powerful she portrays herself. And the third one, I took a giraffe. I look at giraffes as very unique animals because they don't feed on things that everyone else is feeding on. They aim higher for the unique ones, the nice ones that are up high. So yeah, these are my 3 animals.
Thank you so much, Emma. Anyone else? I'll give it for a gentleman before we continue. I'll give a gentleman this opportunity. Any gentleman in the audience, would you like to give us your 3 favorite animals? All right. Anyone else? The rest of us could maybe try and write them down on the chat box and then we can read through. So now, this exercise was not in vain. Now, for those who have written, remember first we were writing your first favorite, the 3 favorite animals you like in order. And for each, you are writing their qualities and characteristics, 3 qualities at least. And consider that each one of these animals represent you in different ways. Now, for the first animal, and its 3 qualities, it represents how you want others to see you. How you want others to see you. So you can circle it or you can put it in brackets. So for Maggie said her first animal is mother hen. How she wants others to see her is caring, a very protective mother who, goes out of its way for its young ones or the chicks. The second animal, and for Edwin, it was a dog, the first animal. So for him, he likes to be around dogs. Why? Because they offer companionship. So this is how Edwin wants others to see him, and how also Maggie wanted others to see her in terms of her specific animal that was mother hen. So for Edwin, it's how he wants others to see him is a good friend who offers companionship, protection, and comfort. For Emma, the eagle, she said it was small yet powerful, meaning she sees how she wants others to see her is she's small. I hope, Emma, you're not small, but powerful, because it can also feed on dangerous animals. That is the first animal. The second represents how people actually see you. The second animal represents how people actually see you. For Maggie, she said a giraffe. So long necks, they see far, meaning they are visionary and they are very beautiful. So that is how people see Maggie. For Edwin, it's a cow. It has thick skin, meaning it can be used in so many ways. So for how people see Edwin is, he has got thick skin, nothing, hakuna kitu inaweza mtisha tisha ovyo ovyo, and also that he's a provider because meat and milk. For Emma, the lioness, that's how people actually see you. It goes out of its way for the lion, and it's authoritative in its own way, meaning it takes action. It's not afraid, and it's very brave. Then the third animal represents who you really are. The third animal represents who you really are. So Maggie said monkey. And why she likes monkeys is because they tend to play, or access the trees and also come to the ground whenever they want to feed, and they behave like human beings, meaning they are not bound to this the sky or the ground. They can be everywhere. This is how you actually see yourself. Edwin didn't tell us the third animal, so I'll go to Emma. And Emma's third animal was the giraffe, how she actually sees herself. She aims higher. She does not like easy vitu huku chini chini ndogo ndogo. So this is an exercise that you can do for fun in our other groups that we have in our other faculties or institutes. It's a fun way to act and all these things. So I do not have access to the chat box because I'm still trying to, facilitate the session. But Joe, I can see Maureen has said cats. Why? Because they're adorable and they're risk takers. Dogs, loving and protective. Lion, because they are a go-getter. That is her third one. Kate said a goat. And the first is because it's unique way of chewing cud. Emma, so she was spot on. Jolie says lion, brave and courageous. The dolphin, because they're very social like she is, and eagle because they are fearless. Kate says cat because they're daring, good way of chewing cud, and hen because they're overprotective. Thank you so much, guys, for your contribution. Asante sana. So we can begin now to the reason actually why we started with such an icebreaker and what it was leading to. Maybe from you guys, if I can ask the audience and the participants, why was this particular exercise necessary, apart from being all fun and all that? Why do you think that it was necessary? One person. What exactly, when now we were trying to reflect what our favorite animals were and the qualities, and now that we've broken them down to how we want others to see us, how other people actually see us, and who we really are, why is it necessary? Kwa nini tulifanya hii exercise ambayo like this, the way it was? Maybe one person. Hello. Yes, Immaculate. I can see you've raised your hand.
Hello, everyone. Say that this exercise kind of helps you to know yourself better and understand your personality, or what you would aspire to be as part of your personality traits. But I feel like it helps you have something.
Sorry, Immaculate. Immaculate, I think.
Sorry, I got a call.
That's okay.
I was saying it kind of helps you understand yourself better, especially in terms of your personality and the fact of how you'd want people to see. Maybe it helps you know how you could be, so that you are that animal's personality. It's a guess.
Yes, there is no right or wrong answer. That was very good. Thank you so much, Aymar. So she said it helps us understand ourselves better, or rather our personal characteristics. And maybe even when we reflect kidogo, we can try to see maybe how to naiga pia those qualities in our day-to-day lives. Yeah. So, and from each and everyone, I can feel that also, because Emma has responded and she said she's so small, but she sees herself as very powerful. Then Margaret has said she's very caring and overprotective, especially when it comes to her young ones. And maybe some part of her, she feels that is how she is. So that is a very good answer. Thank you, Aymar. Anyone else who wants to say something? What was the essence of us doing this particular exercise?
Also, I can say.
Yes,
Hello.
Edwin.
I can say it helps in identifying your identity, the real you as a person.
Identifying our identities, who we are, the real us. Yes, that's a very good answer. Thank you so much, Edwin. Anyone else? I hope everyone, you can unmute your mic and actually say something. For those who can't, you can reply in the chat box. So this particular exercise, it helps us explore our own feelings and thoughts, and it helps us also enhance our self-awareness. Because when we understand ourselves better and who we are and who others see us, when we integrate these parts of ourselves together, we become, people who are aware of who they are, or self-aware, and people who understand themselves better. We understand our strengths, our weaknesses, and this particular qualities can help us actually whenever we feel we've fallen short, and especially when we are talking about our weaknesses, we have the opportunity to correct ourselves or to learn and become better. So this was a self-awareness type of exercise, and the contributions that Aymar and Edwin have made are actually very true. Kwa hivyo, we are proceeding to one very good and exercise or activity that I like, which is called the Joharis Window. The Joharis Window. I don't know whether we've heard about that. I know some of us have said that we are, at least we work within the mental health field, so maybe we've come across this term. So the Joharis Window, maybe someone can try and explain, just one person, what the Joharis Window is, before we continue. The Joharis Window, and at least there's a hint there, because the window, yes, I can hear someone.
Hello.
Yes, Margaret.
I may not be exactly responsive, but
yes.
The three animals we have talked about here are part of that. Because the Joharis Window has the 4 compartments. One of them is what we know about ourselves, and others know that about ourselves. There is a bit that I may know about myself, which others do not know. There is a bit that is known to others, because I have not interacted enough with people to give me feedback. I have not known. They know and I don't know. And then finally, there is the bit that they don't know and I don't know, because I have not had an opportunity to explore or to do something that brings out either to me or to others.
Thank you so much. Yes. Thank you so much, Margaret. Exactly, in a nutshell, that is what the Joharis window is. And if we are referencing to our previous exercise, it actually carries those. I know we've talked about 3, but the Joharis window, because if you look at a window pane, tukireflect kidogo tuangalie window pane vile ambavyo inakaa, it has 4 parts. Yeah, it has the one that we used to draw when we were in lower primary, and yeah, it has 4 panes. There's this one that is here, this one on the extreme right, the bottom left, and the bottom right. It has 4 panes. So it looks at different parts of ourselves, and each pane, when you look at the column, I'd have wanted us to, if you have the materials to draw it on your paper, on a piece of paper or a book, you can also try and do that. So the Joharis window, basically it helps us know the extent to which we know ourselves, and also how we put ourselves out there to other people, and how they actually know us. Vile ambavyo yani watu wengine pia wanatujua vile tuko, na venye pia sisi tunajijua, hadi zile vitu zile tumezificha kidogo, kuna zile ambazo like other people know about ourselves. So that is what the Johari window is, and we are going to do this small exercise. It's not ngumu sana. I hope we can, because I wanted to share a screen, but unfortunately I can't right now. However, I know we are very resourceful people and we can understand whatever it is that I'm trying to mean. If there's someone who has finished with their diagram, they can also try and share it with us for us to see exactly what they have drawn. So I'd like us to draw this 4-paned window. Kindly, I'd like us to draw this 4-paned window. On the first window pane, on top of that window pane, that line over there, that is the known to self. That whole column of the window pane on your on the first left, yes. On the first left, that is the first, that represents the column going below now. So we have the known to self. That whole column represents the known to self. And the second part, where hiyo imepartition hii window ya left, bottom left na top left, hiyo partition, hii ingine ina represent unknown to self. I hope we are together. So hii hapa on the top left and bottom left represents the known to self, that whole column. And this other one, after that line has divided it, it represents the unknown to self. So now, after you've done that, this first window pane on the top left represents open self. You can write it down, the open self, open self. The one on the bottom left represents the hidden self. The bottom left represents the hidden self. Then going to the unknown to self, if we go to the unknown to self, it represents that pane on the top right pane represents blind self. That top right pane represents blind self. And then downwards, that bottom right pane represents the unknown self. So if you look at your diagram, it has 4 sections. The column that represents known to self and the column that represents unknown to self. Kwa known to self, tuko na open self na tuko na hidden self. on the top left and on the bottom left. Top left, open self, bottom left, hidden self. Unknown to self, we have the blind self, and on the top right, and on the bottom right, we have unknown to self. I hope we are together. Please respond. Kindly respond. It was going to be an interactive session. So now, on the open self, this is what the open self means. And it's self-explanatory. So the open self represents information about you that both you and others know. Information about you that both you and others know. Others can be your family, friends, your workmates, colleagues, anyone. So information about you that both you and others know. That is the open self. Now coming here to the bottom left, that is the hidden self. We have information about you that you know, but others do not know. So the hidden self, information about you that you yourself know, but other people do not know. So when you look at that column now, ukiangalia sasa hiyo column ya known to self, unaweza ona those things that we've mentioned, indeed, they are known to you only. Some are known to you only, the others are known to you and the other people. Now, let's move to the second column. I hope we are together. The one that represents unknown to self, that column, the blind self is information about you that you don't know, but others do know. Information about you that you don't know, but other people know. So that is the blind self, or what we call the blind spot. Information about you that you don't know, but others do know. And the bottom right, that is the unknown self, the unknown self. This is information about you that neither you or other people know. Neither you or other people know. Tuko pamoja hadi hapo? I hope we have that 4-paned diagram that shows us, that the first column is known to self, the second one is unknown to self. I'm sorry, Emma, I cannot access the diagram right now, but if somebody has drawn it, could you please try and illustrate it for us here? It's a 4-paned window. I'm trying to probably do a small, this is known to self. This is known to self. Somebody can share also if you've finished. So let me just, I don't know that 4-paned window. That 4-paned window. So you can see the known to self and unknown to self. I hope we're together till there. Then we have the open self that is on the top left, the hidden self that is on the bottom left, the blind spot or the blind self that is on the top right, and the unknown self that is on the bottom left. Right, sorry. So this is the kind of diagram that you'll have. This. Don't know whether we can see that. We have the unknown, known, the open, the hidden, the blind spot, and the unknown. That is your 4-paned diagram. Right. So when we reflect on in our lives, ni vitu gani that we realize that we are very open to people about? What exactly do people know about us that we know about ourselves and other people know about us also? So what things are open to us and open to others as well? So that represents the open self. You can list them down. You can list all those things down. Say age, because most of the time we have birthday parties, maybe we invite our friends, our personal, our close friends and all that. Maybe our profession, what else are we very open to people about? It can be personal because each individual is different. There are some things not many people feel comfortable opening to others about, especially with age. And we know young ladies, we can be very secretive when it comes to age, but to other people, it's very, it's nothing to hide. So that is the open self. You can list all those things that other people and also you know about yourself, including your weakness. Say you have a temperament that tends to get angry a lot, easily angered, and other people know about that as well. You can write all those things down. So then we come to the hidden self. We are known to self. Tusisahau tuko kwa known to self. The hidden self represents those things known to you but not known to other people. Those things that are not known to you but not known to other people. So I don't know whether we are comfortable talking about that. We can just list them there, a few. I won't ask, but if you're comfortable sharing, please do. So those represents those things that are, we've kept to ourselves that other people do not know. The blind self represents, and that is now the second column, unknown to self. The blind self represents those things that other people know about us, but we do not know about ourselves. We do not know about ourselves. That is the blind self or the blind spot. So here it can be anything. Sometimes we tend to exaggerate things about ourselves. I don't know whether there's something that recently ushaiambiwa with a friend that maybe haikukufurahisha ama ilikufurahisha. It can be something good, positive or negative, but you didn't know that you had that particular quality or characteristic. That represents the blind self or the blind spot. The other one is unknown to self. These are the things that neither you nor other people know about you. So this is the unknown self. And some of these are very, maybe if I can go to the extreme, could be like the day you're going to die. No one knows that. And, no one knows the day that you're going to die. Although it can also mean that, as Margaret told us, there are some things that we haven't discovered yet about ourselves, and neither do other people know that exist within us. So it belongs to the unknown self. Tuko pamoja, I hope, guys. Are we together? Is there any question so far? So on this extent, the first row now, on the first row, hapo pa open self, blind self, hiyo ni known. Like the way we said, on top of the column is self, on the extreme left, put known to others. That partition that separates the top half from the bottom half, you can put there known to others. The reason why it will show us how our level of our and how it promotes this connection or cohesiveness with other people. So known to others, that is, you can just put it down. I mean, write it on the extreme left. And the other bottom half, now the bottom half that comes below is the unknown to others. Unknown to others. This hidden self, the unknown self. These are unknown. So have we listed anything that we feel other people know about us and we know about ourselves? If you have, could you kindly share with us, what do other people know about you and what do you know about you? And it's no secret. Si kitu ya kuficha. What do people know about you and also that you know about yourself? Kindly share. Yes, Maureen.
I think the first thing that people just mentioned age, and I was like, yeah, I think many people know my. I know I'm a lady, but I do not hide my age because I believe that every year is a blessing. Not everybody gets to see you know, not everybody gets to reach the age that I am in, or where I'll reach. So I am very open about my age. I think most people know that. Something that is also very open is
Yes, Maureen.
And I think maybe to people who are close to me or to people I've related with, yeah, and which schools I went to.
All right.
And also the number of siblings I have. Very open about that. And also, yeah, I think I'll list those ones for now.
Thank you so much, Maureen. Thank you so much. Anyone else who wants to share what they've written on the open self? Something that is no secret at all. Anyone?
I can go.
Yes, Jolie, yes.
I'm a very social person. I think that one is known to everyone, and also caring a lot. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that's good. Thank you so much for that. Anyone? Yes, Grace?
For me, I think something that is so open is I'm a bubbly person, and I take things easy, and I think that is very open to everyone who knows me. Also, my career for me is like very, very open. I want to identify with psychology and mental health wherever I am, in the corporate world or in an informal world. And another thing is definitely my gender. Yeah.
Okay, that's very good. Thank you so much, Grace. Anyone else? The last one? Anyone else who'd like to share something that is it's very public? There's nothing that is hidden. It can be something that is very small or very big. It doesn't matter. All right. Thank you for those contributions. So, and also now with our current, how things are going, there's so many things that previously it was very obvious for us to notice. Like I've heard Maureen and Grace say the gender. They've said female. Yes, and that's okay. But there are some people who represent differently, and so they have to express that and voice that so that they are not represented any other way. But that is a story for another day. What is information about you that you know but other people don't know? If we feel free to share about there is this group also is we are new to each other, some of us, and there's some things that are to us. So maybe ask because we so if you feel free to share, it's also okay. You can talk about it. Let's go to blind self. Just ask what really did say about you that didn't know, sort of like a shock when you heard about it, about yourself. You can also share that. What exactly did someone, a friend, a relative, anyone share about yourself? That is now if you're comfortable sharing, you can please unmute yourself and just tell us. The blind. Okay, I can go if that is okay. Okay, but I've had somebody unmute their mic.
Oh,
who wants to go?
I'm saying
Grace, is that you?
I'm saying someone told me recently that after we had a conversation, and they told me I'm insecure. For me, that didn't appear like from the beginning. And I think maybe that has to do with some things I have seen and, gone through definitely. And I didn't think that they were stressing me enough. And I have never even admitted that to my therapist. But when they said it and I thought of it very well, I realized it's actually true. I'm a bit insecure. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing, Grace. I know that wasn't easy, but you're very brave for doing that. Thank you so much. So, Grace has shared about something that somebody has told her that she appears to be insecure. And, and at least she's backed it up with experiences that has made her that way. And we know some things are situational and it can interfere with our sense, and situations can cause us to be insecure. So thank you so much for sharing that. That was very brave. Anyone else who has something? Yes, Maureen.
I think it's I didn't know that, but it's quite true. I'm actually not patient. When somebody said to me, yeah, by the way, I'm not patient at all, but try to work on that and take it a day at a time. And of course, the other one is I don't have chills. I say things as they are. Yeah, like I don't know how to keep. It's a good thing, it's a bad thing, but yeah. And of course, the most hurtful one that came from one of my brothers sometimes last year was that I am disrespectful. But I guess we all go through that once in a while.
Yes, we do, definitely. And thank you so much for sharing with us, Maureen, about blind self that was unknown to you, but other people told you about it. And we will come to find that that helps us well. If we work towards the process and finding out why we are the way we are, because maybe frustrated day-to-day type of stresses, but it's not something mental stress. I can see you've raised your hand.
In relation to what Maureen has said, I'm very close to me told me I'm arrogant simply because he told me to do something and didn't do it and I didn't want to. But I'm this person with boundaries. Me, I'm very organized and I know what time I should do what. So I don't like someone, anakuja kunimixia my day. I have panga day from the morning. I know what time I will do what. I have to do it, I will do it. Yeah. No, it hurt, but maybe they should just have boundaries, and I don't want to be disturbed when I have set my boundaries.
Oh, that's good. That's very assertive of you. And some of these things people misunderstand us, because we are not saying that we pay attention so much to what others about, because blind spots are things that existed within us for quite some time, and we haven't been privy to them. So when they say that, and when we reflect and see, oh, I tend to be impatient sometimes, and we try and maybe look at several cases where we've been impatient, then that is where we can now, there is evidence of us being impatient, like Maureen has said. But whenever somebody is infringing upon our boundaries, now that is a different thing, because what we encourage all roundedly is that it's very good to be assertive and to set boundaries. So sometimes also expressing that I have organized myself. I'm sorry, I've organized myself and I have things to do, and I won't be able to do that now. So blind spot per se, you asserting yourself, right? Is there anyone else who'd like to say something? Anything in the chat box that maybe I haven't talked about? All right, so we can continue. Then something that is unknown to self is information that neither you nor others know about you. So like I've said, there are some things that we do not know about ourselves, or other people also don't know about us. So it is very unknown to us. And like when exactly you're gonna, die. But that is on other things that we do not know about ourselves, but we come to know about ourselves as we continue through this journey of self-development or personal development and the learning process. For those who also are attending personal therapy sessions or with their coaches, they learn that, oh, I didn't know this about it. So it was unknown to you and unknown to other people. So is there something that was unknown to you and to other people and then during this development process, self-development process, self-awareness process, it came to you? Is there something that was unknown, but now it appears now to you? It appeared to you maybe during your process of, evolving and healing, or personal development processes that you usually undergo. Is there anything anyone can share? You can just unmute your mic. This is now the unknown self, yeah? The unknown self. So Ben here says, mine happened sometime last week. I've always considered myself calm, collected, and cool. But in the middle of an argument, someone mentioned I'm so temperamental, caught me off guard, as I'd never realized this of myself ever. But I think it was only for a moment. That's very good self-awareness. Some things usually happen when we're in the heat of the moment, we don't intend to, but because we feel the way we feel at that particular time, that's why people can judge us based on how we react to a certain situation. And it's not that that is how we are through and through. Blind spots are things that we never see about ourselves. Like they can be physical as well. Like I'll give you an example. For me, I never knew I had a forehead. I never knew that niko na forehead kubwa. I just thought, I have a forehead. But now, ukishuka styles za, lines coming back, that's when now it's pronounced, and now people start mentioning, hey, you have a huge forehead. So these are things that these are my blind spots. I never know things about myself that currently nilikuwa na kichwa kubwa and I didn't know. So that is just a light moment anyway. So these are now the blind spots, yeah? You never know that maybe you pronounce a word differently and it tends to come across different. Vitu kama hizo ndio blind spots, But to other people, because they can see us, they are our mirrors, we are now aware of them. And that is why some of these things can be hurtful, because most blind spots that people tell us zinakuanga zina hurt. But kuna zingine very positive that mtu anakuambianga, hey, and I never knew that you're a kind person or a generous person. And this is something that also you don't know about yourself. You just do it like it's your second nature. So it's okay not to overthink about something once you're told. Just try and reflect. Is that the situation? And no, feedback is very important, because when you get it from not only one person, but two people or three or four, maybe it is something you can look into. So thank you so much, Ben, for sharing. Is there something that was unknown to us and unknown to other people, but now recently you've now come to that awareness? All right. If there's yes, let me see who. Emma, yes.
Yeah. So I know that I'm a very difficult person to work with. I always thought I'm a very easy person, because in terms working with people, I don't know how to push. If you don't do what you do, I'll do it myself. So and recently I came to realize when I am running an organization, that's something I didn't do myself. At least accommodating everyone in everything I do.
Oh wow, that's very good. Was that the unknown self, Emma?
Yes.
And it was also unknown to other people?
No, not many people knew. Like many people used to tell me I'm a very easy person. But now when I work with people now closely, everyone started noticing.
That's very good. That's very perceptive of you. So now it changed you in terms of now you started now wanting to accommodate other people now, letting them into what you're doing. So that is very
yeah, like right now, if I know how to push someone, at least I can accommodate you like for some few hours and everything. I won't do it if you don't do it. I'll first tell you and make sure you do it.
Very wonderful. And how did you feel now when you started, now telling people, you need to do this because ABCD, maybe we are time bound and things like that?
Yes. So for me, I'm a very straightforward person and I love arranging my things. Like I know at this point needs to be done at this time. So it was very difficult for me now to start like also buying time and also like disappointing other people in terms of deadline, because I have now to accommodate everyone. I don't do everything myself if someone doesn't do it. So it was, but I am learning slowly and I'm now working with people nicely, I can say.
That's very good. That's very good. Thumbs up for you. So you can see how when we go through this, it can be even like an insight that you have, and you're telling, and it can also be something now that physically is showing that, you know what, I tend to be burnt out because I feel like I do everything by myself. So napatanga burnout nyingi sana kwa sababu whenever I tell somebody something to do it and they're not doing it, I go ahead and do it. So at the end of the day, you end up seeing you're not exactly doing what exactly you're supposed to be doing, because you're also doing somebody else's job. And you end up feeling very burnt out and tired and fatigued, and that can exert some pressure. And it can these moments when we feel this way, when we feel this negative type of energy, it is a moment of self-reflection. We can now start reflecting. And what do I do wrong? Mbona nisiwaambiange tu wafanye kazi yao? Mbona nisiwaambiange tu wafanye kazi, na kama hawatafanya sitawafanyia? And also trying to accommodate them. Maybe they also have issues and that's why they cannot deliver. And remembering to strike a balance. So not doing everything all by yourself, but also not doing and not also like accommodating people too much at the same time. So that's very good. Thank you so much, Emma, for that contribution. Is there anyone else who would like to say something? Edwin, I have seen your comment saying, something I discovered about myself recently is that I'm sometimes very impatient with people, and initially I felt I was. Also, I react much less to unfavorable situations. That's very good. Self-discovery can actually be very helpful to reveal things about ourselves that we do not know. Because if we are, I don't know whether, if we can reflect in our heads, I don't know, we've never seen icebergs in our oceans here. But if you have seen the structure of an iceberg, we only see the ice bit, ako ka juu kidogo. And the psychologists or mental health practitioners who said that is the only bit that we are self-aware about when we are talking about ourselves. That is the only bit that comes to our awareness. That ako kapatka juu tu, huku chini kumejaa our experiences, our past experiences, how we related with our parents, our friends, some traumas ndogo ndogo zenye tuli experience in life, Like maybe you didn't know you are actually hydrophobic, yani uko na uoga wa maji. Kuna watu wenyewe hata wakiona hivi maji hawawezi ingia because wako na phobia. You know, those phobias that we do not know we have until a certain situation presents itself and sasa tunaanza kutetemeka. Those are things that also we didn't know about ourselves and others didn't know about us. And when we go through the process of self-discovery, we learn about, oh, kumbe I had some trauma because of ABCD that happened. So that is very good. Now, I would like to move on to the next. If no one has anything to say, tunaweza songa mbele. Still on our window pane, look at that window pane if you've drawn it. If you look at it nicely, when you have a window pane that looks like this, let me just draw an illustration. If you have a window pane that looks like this, just a small structure here. This is the open self, the hidden self, the blind spot, and the unknown self. So if you have a diagram, if you think you have a diagram that looks like this, let me just, if you have a diagram that looks like that, you can see open self is there, hidden self, but now you can see towards, it's more towards the, what's that? The right. The open self and the hidden self are towards the right more. Know that you are an individual who have high self-awareness and also high trust. And you trust other people more, hence you tend to reveal a lot about yourself. You feel very comfortable around your social groups, so you don't feel the need to hide some things about yourself. Know that you have high self-awareness and high trust. So open self yako na hidden self yako kama zinaenda towards, kama inaenda ni kama ina extend tena sana towards the right side, jua you have high self-awareness and high trust. All this that comes with opening about yourself, you know, feeling comfortable to just give details, like now how Emma, Grace, and Maureen have done. Very open, very free, they feel very transparent, they feel like they can trust this platform to share things about the hidden self and the unknown self and the blind spots that, you know, are okay with them sharing. So na ukiona sasa iko on the opposite direction. Sasa the blind spot and the unknown self in a move towards the left. You have low self-awareness and low trust because you do not tend to reveal things about yourself easily, you know, either because you don't trust other people or you're just, you know, a secretive person. So guys, as I'm summarizing, what is the essence of letting people at least know something about yourself and trusting that, you know, I feel safe around this space so I can interact with people freely? What is the essence of that for the people whose open self and hidden self is more towards the right? You know, what is the significance of that? Because we've listed those things that we feel, you know, in my open self, I feel watu wanajua A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H about me. Hidden self, I know this and this and this about myself. The blind spot, you find that there are not too many things that really people know about me that I don't know about myself, because you've embraced also getting feedback. And the unknown self, si vitu nyingi tena sana. What exactly is the essence of having, you know, letting people, you know, trusting people to just talk about your experiences, your strengths, your weaknesses, asking for help? What is the essence of that? Anyone?
Nelly?
Yes, Grace.
No, it's Maureen.
Maureen.
Yeah, but I think I always believe that human beings are interdependent, and we are meant to coexist. I mean, so I believe that, you know, putting it out there will help people maybe understand who I am, and the kind of person I am around people. So for me, it's more of interacting with people and also getting to have those healthy relationships with people.
Very good. Thank you so much, Maureen. So for you, it's all about understanding who you are as a person. So when people know, akikosa kukuja ile time alisema atakuja, ama akifanya kitu mbaya, jue Maureen hananga chills, atakwambia tu na utakasirika, lakini itakuwa imefanyika, you know. And I'm not saying that sasa Maureen, now you go around not having chills. I'm just saying that it is something that now it is out there for people to know. So at least they know that there's some time that you will just put it across and talk about what is in your mind because you're confident like that. And also it helps build healthy relationships, because the more we reveal things about ourselves, the more people can just, you know, wanajua tu na Maureen apendangi kitu fulani, so usimkasirishe hivyo, you know. For instance, maybe in our households, we know probably our moms have these places where all units where they put the dishes for guests. So you definitely know if you want to use a cup or whatever, you go and use the regular ones. Don't use the ones that are in the wall unit. Even for those who have their own homes now, I'm so sure there's a special type of utensils that you've set aside for guests only. And when you find somebody using that, the spoon, plate, unakasirika. So when somebody is with you, your siblings, your spouse, your partner, whoever it may be, anajuanga, I won't touch that because I know if I touch that, they won't be too happy about it, because that is your boundary. So it helps us build healthy relationship, and it impacts our communication and connection in a deeper manner. So that is why we encourage, you know, the more self-aware you are, and the more you try and reveal things about yourself that people don't know about you, or they know about you, and accept feedback on these blind spots that you didn't know you had, will help people know you better and have, you know, it will break all these walls unnecessary that we all have that may interfere, maybe even if it is with our colleagues, our families, and things like that. So that is the essence of, in a nutshell, Joharis Window, this tool. It is to help us measure our degree of self-awareness. So na ukiangalia your whatever, your window panes towards the ones that are on the left, the ones are towards the far right are extending towards the left, know that you have low self-awareness and low trust in others, and it may be due to many reasons. So the more we try and learn, the more we find ourselves that it is okay, and especially when we have those safe spaces to just talk about our feelings and be who we need to be, and our real selves, our very authentic selves. Yes, and Ruth has said something here. She said, the more I grow as a person and improve in character all around. Thank you so much, Margaret. Yes. And you'll find that the more we continue with this support group, actually we will get probably to a place where we are so free with each other, and we know more about each other, and we can interact very freely. Like now, for the people who've talked about their hidden selves, we definitely know now who they are, and probably there are some buttons we won't try push, or they can also take the opportunity to try and learn how to be more, maybe to work on those weaknesses, and also to tell of each other's strengths, because that is very important. Si kila kitu is on the negative side. So are there any questions up to there? Any questions that we may have? Emma has said, I also feel like the more you share, the more confident you get. That's very true. And you connect with other people through your experiences. You'd never know. Like for me, I've seen very people say the forehead gang is here. I'd never know that I was alone in this particular situation, but I've seen people say we are here in solidarity, so I know I'm not alone. And so many other experiences as well. And we will come to learn more as we move forward with our support group sessions, that kumbe we share the same experiences, and there is nothing to be shy about. You can talk about it openly and freely. So reading some of the comments, Joanna has said, humble enough to know I still got room to grow. Very good. Maureen, Eric says, I think getting to know your personality type is a big step in knowing and accepting yourself. That's very true. And I know we live in a, we sometimes, we get a little bit shy when it comes to accepting feedback from other people, and we find that maybe wanatuonea ama anaona aje una, but ukireflect too, I'm not saying something that is completely situational, like how Ben said they reacted differently to some situation and now they were labeled temperamental. No, I'm saying something that has been very consistent throughout. When we accept feedback from people and reflect on ourselves, you can seek that help that we need so that we can try and be better and relate with other people in a healthy manner, like Maureen has said. Beatrice has said, I am happy that I have learned about the Joharis window. Now I understand myself better. Thanks. Personality is that step of knowing your hidden self. Thank you, Davis. So as I wind up, and you can ask your questions because, yes, I believe we have 30 minutes. If not, maybe we can just close. I want to say this. What the open self promotes or enhances is to have productive, effective, open and honest, transparent type of communication, and it minimizes misunderstanding, mistrust, and confusion that can occur. When we are clear with our desires, our needs, and our boundaries, and what we like and don't like, it doesn't give room for people to, breach those boundaries and, cause us a lot of frustration, like Emma has told us about her situation. So it helps us know, and it helps also other people know, na Jolly hapendangi kitu fulani, kwa hivyo usijaribu kumfanyia hivyo, and it also helps us know where we can also try and work on ourselves so that we can try and build better relationships. So the open self helps us to be productive, effective, have open, honest, and transparent communication, minimizes misunderstanding, mistrust, and confusion. Yes, the blind self is where now we get to ask for feedback. Na mimi nikiambiwa kitu fulani, do I do this? Do I do that? Na, kitu fulani. And it can be also positive. Unajua, sometimes we think blind spots are just negative things about ourselves, but it can be very positive. Like something like, hey, you're somebody who's very generous. I didn't know you were this. Oh, and that person goes, I didn't know that. I was like, it's natural. I just do it, Or you find somebody just doing something out of the blue for you, and you sort of like affirm that or compliment that. So it can be either positive or negative. This is where we get to receive feedback from other people. The hidden self is as you grow in trust, as you learn to trust other people, because hey, unajua, sometimes we may be put off guard, Like I know some of us have been very open and transparent about their experiences, and that is very good. But kuna watu wengine, it's a step they have to take to trust that particular person, because remember, maybe some of us may experience some betrayal, yenye to cause trauma. So sometimes we never get to open up even openly to other people and be honest. Tuna taking our time. So unaweza shtuka tena sana when mtu tu akukujia seme, hey, na unajua mimi napendanga kuku na mutura combined. So that's just an example. So maybe as trust grows now, that's where you get to this walls are breaking down slowly, and now you can be honest about who you really are and offer and disclose even more and more information about yourself. See watu wote wanakuanga very open on the get-go. So the unknown frame now, it comes to light. This one comes to light when we go through the processes of self-discovery, when you explore more about yourself, things that you didn't know. I didn't know I liked maybe a certain type of food until I went and ate it. So that is unknown. I didn't know I tend to do this whenever I'm disappointed or frustrated. That is the unknown coming to the known. Now you are aware about it. So it happens when you're in the process, and we are still in this process in life. We are all students of life. When we go and jump into new situations, new opportunities, new jobs that we didn't, that we have, and they offer different types of training and responsibilities, and we didn't know we have the competencies and capacities, but the moment we tried, we found ourselves, oh, I didn't know I'm a very good public speaker, things like that. So that in a nutshell is what the Joharis window is. It's a tool for that. You can try it anywhere, in workplaces, in anywhere, in all social groups. Yes. So are there any questions so far? Jolie says the Johari window is also important because it helps you understand your qualities better and become more self-aware. Yes, it does. Davis says, thank you for the enlightenment of Johari, especially the 4 phases, and it is also significant in our lives. I have gained a lot from Johari's window. That is Frederick. Yes, guys, that is the end of my presentation. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'm sorry that you're not able to see me, but I hope you just enjoyed today's session. Kuna maswali, tafadhali, you can just ask anything for now till the time we end. If you have any questions, don't be shy, just unmute yourself and you can ask. Hello, are there any questions? Any contributions, any additions, anything? You can just try and add on to what we've talked about.
Could I?
Yes, Harun. Yes.
Maybe just to say, I mean, thank you so very much for taking us through. That was a radical concept and rich in content. And yeah, I felt as though I need to get a life. I had never come across this Johari analogy, and it's really helpful. So mine is just to say thank you so very much.
Thank you so much, Harun, for your affirmation. Thank you. And also, if you'd like to have, assessment tests to explore more about who you are, there's one I really like. It's called the 16 personality test. It's very comprehensive. You can try and look for it. Inakwanga available na ni free. Yes. Somebody is Davis.
Yeah, I love the assessment test.
Yes. Sorry?
Level, yeah.
You broke, you.
I'm saying I've learned a lot today. So I came late, during the meeting.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anyone else? You can just unmute yourself and say something. I'm sharing some of the tools that you can try and maybe explore more. 16 Personalities offers a very in-depth analysis of who you are. So you just try and assess yourself. We know personality shifts with your experiences and whatever it is that you go through life. It is not consistent or constant. It is something that is very fluid. But there are some things and core temperaments that maybe we possess, and it can help in doing that. Maureen, Ben says, being my first session, this has been very enlightening. I've definitely grown more than I was 2 hours ago. I know a lot more about myself. I'd like more of these sessions and more learning material if available. Karibu sana, Ben. And I believe our facilitators have heard that and they will offer more. Hi, Frederick. Maureen says, okay. She was answering Frederick. Any other person?
Hi,
Yes, I
guys.
can hear. Yes. Hi.
It's Emma. So this is my
It's
first
Emma.
and I have a lot. And I'm looking forward to having more of these sessions. Yes, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. Very so much.
Nearly we lost you at some point.
Oh, you lost me. Okay, I was just saying my gratitude towards my participants, the participants and the audience also for making this a very interactive session. Anyone else? Questions? Yes, so I will hand it over. Sorry?
But it's a comment. Sorry,
Mm-hmm.
it's just a comment.
Yes,
I really
Grace.
loved the session, my first session.
Mm-hmm.
And on my journey of introspection, because I've been on a certain journey of introspection since January,
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying to find out more about myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that has made me a better person, a calmer person, a person who is not, as in, there's a time I used to judge people when they make me angry, and I'd just see them as if they're just trying to make me angry. But for now, I have gotten to know that sometimes people are just dealing with their issues, and I know this journey we are on, because we are all on a journey of self-realization. I believe we will get there, and to even be calm and understand situations better.
Thank you so
Thank
much. Very good. Thank you so much, Grace. You've really been very transparent about your experience and the process that you're in, and I wish you all the best in your journey towards self-awareness and actualization at the same time. Yes. Anything you can just say anything before Yes, so Jolie, I hand it over back to you. Thank you so much for having me and for letting me at least share some of this knowledge with wonderful.
Thank you so much, Neely, for the session. It has been awesome. I think I'll hand it over to Maureen so that she can wrap this up, or Immaculate. Niliongea sana tukianza, so I think I should give them an opportunity to also say something.
Okay, so thank you so much, Jolie. Let me begin. Maybe Immaculate will something for session, and also to Nelly for taking time, to take us through that. We do not take it for granted at all. Nelly, I know probably you might be having many other things to do, but you took your time, to just empower us and take us through this session, because most of us, of course, have maybe had tiring days, tiring weeks, months, and of course, during this COVID period, just hearing what is happening in our country today is quite cumbersome, but these sessions are really, really powerful. Thank you so much, Nelly. We wish you to over much blessings. Thank you. Yes. To clarify on something that was asked in the chat box about certificates, we are not offering certificates, and this is not a training per se. It is a support group where we aim to connect and just interact with one another, and just creating safe space to be able to ourselves. And also we have 2 weeks sessions after every 2 weeks, and one of the sessions will be learning more about various topics in mental health, and another after another 2 weeks they will still have a support group like this. So we really thank you all for attending and for coming here, and we don't also take it for thank you to all our participants. I think I think to add, maybe Immaculate or Remo can add that.
Thank you. I also don't have much to add. So thank Nelly for taking us through the session, and to everyone who was able to join. Informative in helping us know ourselves better, and just continue in the journey of self-awareness. So I would also just thank you and continue encouraging us to continue sharing in the WhatsApp. If anyone would like any kind of support, like to work with us through the journey. So let's not go through what we might be going through alone. Feel free to reach out, are not alone. Thank you so much, and thank you so much everyone who was joining into the meeting.
I would also like to thank everyone who joined us today, and let's keep interacting. Let's keep also getting engaged. We also have a WhatsApp group as Nzumari Africa. So if you wish to be joined into the WhatsApp group, because we also have WhatsApp discussions there about issues of mental health and just generally just interactions. So you can give Jolie your contacts and she will add you to the group. Thank you very much, and have a night.
Yeah, so maybe Jolie, you could close for us.
Okay, thank you so much, guys, for coming and attending the meeting. I hope you learned one or two things from this meeting, and I hope to also see you in our next meetings. We will always be keeping in touch. I hope all of you here are in either SML sites group or our side group, so that you can be able to get these informations on when we are supposed to have meetings and such and other sessions. So thank you so much for coming, and I hope to see you next time. We are planning for a discussion one on fast, so we will keep you posted.